Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Napoleon Total War 3 battlefield today, as the British and the French have engaged in this river with their cavalry. It seems a bit of a messy place to engage, but here they are, and it looks like we have, looks like the Grenadier, like Ledoux unit, going in against various different units here. Hussars here, we have light dragoons, we have King's German Legion, looks like as well. But yeah, there's all sorts of, there's a mess in here of cavalry. We've got dragoons, we've got hussars, yeah, they're a lot for both sides really. And it looks like the French are losing this fight, look at that. They're getting routed slowly, but surely they are. Royal Horse Guards, the blues here, I mean that's an expensive cav unit. There's some really, really nice cav there. These guys were helping to rout all that French cav straight off the bat, and that's a massive win there for the British. Yeah, they just like cleaned up these like dragoons. Well, they've got Queen's Own Hussars. They've got all sorts in here. King's Irish Dragoons, yeah. I don't think there was any King's German Legion. I think it was that unit there I was looking at and thinking that was a cavalry unit, but it was not indeed. It looks like the Prussians have had an Ulan that's been routed over here while we've been watching the British fight. It looks like they went on to try and emulate what the British did against the French cav over here, and the French cav was successful in routing the Prussian cav. We also have so anyway, we'll go through the sides because we are here with a glorious 4v4 NTW 3 battle, as we rudely got interrupted by a pretty cool cavalry charge. We have the UK Netherlands army here, 1815. We have the UK Portugal, 1811. We have Prussia 1813, 1814, and then we have Russia 1807, and like the Polish campaign. I don't know which French armies we have. I imagine it's going to be things like the Spanish campaign. I imagine like the Austrian campaign, and maybe like 1815. I'm not entirely sure, but we've got some Frenchies here today. All French armies by the looks of it. It's not as any like allied forces. So it'll be an interesting one to see. We are playing on Dresden. Dresden's a pretty cool map. Most of the battle will be kind of focused around like these outskirt villages, and then Dresden itself. So it's kind of a bit of a siege map, really. It's kind of the closest you're going to get to a siege map with NTW 3. So it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. That is for sure. I'm quite excited, you know, to see who comes out on top in this one. I mean, the French obviously lost their cavalry pretty early on, but they got some pretty nice infantry. I mean, we could actually have an idea. I mean, this is going to be like 1799 maybe, like Rhine, or it might be the Egypt like army, but I'm pretty sure it's 1799 Rhine, or it could be 1805, I guess as well, but who knows. But yeah, anyway, they are scouting out here at these French skirmishes, and they're dueling with some 95 rifles, famously known during like the Sharp series. Looks like Prussia's going in again. Look at that, went in with like just one like Russian-Dutch Legion Hussar. I don't know what he's thinking. 3v1. He's not going to win that fight. He's done that twice now. He'd been better going in with both units at the same time, not one at a time. He has got some like dragoons out here, and he's got some like more like Uhlans, some Landwehr Uhlans. But I don't know how well he's really going to do with it against that cav. I mean, it seems like his cav is inferior, which is kind of unusual for Prussia. He's got his Landwehr, of course. You can't be Prussia and not bring your Landwehr. You're like 200-man units. These units are just massive. It's insane. Even his like line infantry, his units are relatively decent size. I don't usually see Prussia bring line infantry, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. And he's got more, of course, more of his Landwehr back here. But what I mean, let's have a look and see a cavalry battalion. I mean, we've got lots of pretty decent cav here. They did bring the Royal Dragoons over here, which is good. The Royals. So we've got plenty of really good cav here from the British. They brought. I mean, there's two good guard units for like guard cavalry units that the British have brought. I mean, over here the Russians as well, just bringing lots of musketeers. Got some dragoons. Doesn't seem like they got much in the way of cav. Does Russia? Got another dragoon there. Oh no, actually, I take it back. It's just all back here. Just lots of dragoons. It's always a good decision. I think dragoons are possibly more effective than things like cuirassiers, but it's always fun to see cuirassiers on the battlefield. Got 12 pounders here setting up. They're going to be doing very, very nicely, shelling the French. Look like they're defending like the edge of this edge of Dresden. We can start to see more of the French arrive. Again, there's a lot of early period French armies here. This looks like it might be like the Italian campaign, because they've got like the Lombardy Legion here. So this must be the Italian campaign. And you can see Yeah, it definitely is. I can actually see the emblem. That's definitely the Italian campaign. But yeah, Prussia going forward again, getting scared off by a few squares. This time he does not just sacrifice his cav. Very well done, Prussia. And as you can see, more artillery and stuff getting ready. Yeah, lots of early era campaign, early French era campaign. You know what? You know what I mean. Early campaign French armies. That's what we're gonna say. Nothing late, it would seem. Not yet. Anyway. Maybe the French were regarded to be better, like the earlier into the war it was. Certainly maybe not the revolutionary, but like the Napoleonic period. Like their earlier armies was much better than their later ones. Mainly because everyone was in their later ones were just raw recruits. But anyway, if you're enjoying seeing NTW3 on the channel and would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. As always, guys, it's very much appreciated. We're working towards 6k subs, and it'd be awesome if we could get there. But yeah, so it seems like the 95th Rifles here. They're gonna just do some little bit of a skirmish, maybe just skirmish out these squares here. Maybe just harass them, let them know they're here. I mean, they're forming square a little bit early. You could get some infantry, but you could fire into these squares. And just punish them for forming squares. There's no cavalry at all near this. I mean, there's a little bit, but like not that much to like form a square that early, I feel. Britain also setting up his Queen's Royal Foot here. Kirk's Lambs. Scaring off the Frenchies over here. These look like later period French. Yeah, these, I don't know, they're just grenadiers. Maybe I'm wrong. I can hear charging. Oh, Prussia's got cavalry in behind. How's he managed that? I don't know, but these Ulan Landwehr here, I feel like they should have been going after artillery, should have been hunting that down, but they just got smothered by French cav. Prussia not really using his cavalry to like, the greatest extent. And look at this, artillery getting caught out. Britain needs to be chasing this down, I feel like. Like, France moved back far too early, and he's left one of his artillery pieces very much in the lurch. I feel like he might have been trying to go for it there with his cavalry, but I don't know. Good thing Britain bought a lot of cavalry, because Prussia's kind of throwing his away. Britain is just storming forward right now. Let's have a volley, boys. For king and country. And the first line battle gets underway. Does look glorious. The red line, the red ranks, and the smoke going off. Oh, it's beautiful. Got some Portuguese over here as well, coming to help their British allies in today's battle. Don't really remember the Battle of Dresden going like this though. Britain being there, Prussia and Russia. A bit more believable. Not really with not so much the British being here. But look at this. France going for an all-out charge. This is a really bold move. I mean, we've got grenadiers, we've got like infantry, just basically infantry. We've got to form square. It's not a bad idea. I can see why they're doing it because there is French cav coming around the back. It was a very sneaky move here. So we've got dragoons going in. They were trying to basically hit any infantry that gets caught in combat here. And you see, oh my god, such a mess of cavalry and infantry. Britain is breaking here on the flank because he formed square and he got charged by grenadiers. But it looks like he's going to win this cavalry fight here. Might lose this infantry as well. And he's now counter-charging, it looks like, with his own cavalry. It's a bit messy here. I mean, yeah, France has been routed there, but now can Britain counter-charge with his cav? He's going to need to bring up his other cav, maybe even swing his infantry around. But we have also got breaking over here. What broke? Oh, the Royal Horse Guards? No, not the Blues. The Blues broke against even more cav here. But we will quickly go back to the other fight because it seems like all the action's taking place in the centre over here. Britain is sort of holding his infantry back with cavalry. I mean, this is good cavalry. Royal Dragoons, very, very good. They are sort of routing a lot of this infantry here slowly. I don't know, well, not routing it, but they're making it waver. France is very, very good in combat. Better than Britain, I believe. Britain needs to rely on getting a good few volleys off before he sends these guys in. I mean, We might want to try and get this artillery like right in the front line and try and just like do a canister shot or something. But his cavalry is breaking now. His cavalry, like his allied cavalry, his Portuguese cavalry. Could he get this like all his cavalry, swing it in here and hit into the flanks? This could potentially rout the entire French line. Could be absolutely devastating. Prussia, by the way, is pushing really hard with Russia right into the center of Dresden right now. They're pushing really hard this way. This is a very, very, like, high-octane battle right now. Dragoons going in over here. They look like they're going to cross this river and try and hit these French in the flank. I mean, are they going to achieve it? Yeah, sort of. I mean, they form squares, so the Dragoons aren't going to be able to achieve much. It's going to slow this infantry unit down, allow the Russian infantry to catch up. Prussia looks like he's just going ham. He's going straight on in here. I don't think he's paying attention, Russia. He's just going, Prussia, sorry. He's just going to go straight to combat here. Not going to get a great charge off at all. And he's got Cav coming in the back, as has France. This is just a mess. I mean, cavalry charging in the back of your infantry can't be good. France is breaking here. Probably with the mix of like cavalry charging him in the front and rear, allied and non-allied. Yeah, France is kind of getting routed here. Britain is holding with his cavalry. There you go, look at this, Grenadiers. Look like they're the only thing holding now. These brave, angry men. Oh, they've broken as well, and just like that, France has lost a huge amount of troops here. Ryan says a bold charge nearly worked. They did nearly annihilate this whole British army, but it cost them their own army. They've got some like chasseurs here. I don't know if that's part of this army or whether it's part of the other army over there. But that was a big risk. That was a big risk. And now, I mean, some of these French troops may return, but they just won't be the same. And also, you can see like Prussia's just he's chasing down. He's just milking kills right now. Britain needs to be careful. He's doing a bit of friendly fire here, shooting his own 50th West Kent. I mean, you could just charge after them with infantry here, just make sure they rout, or just send the cavalry just to walk through and kill these guys. Make sure they break properly. I mean, France is set up ready. We now have a more modern day looking French army here. Not modern day. If it was modern day, they'd have assault rifles, Pope. And they would annihilate everything. No, a more like a later period French army. Looks like this might be, I don't know, it might be 1815. I don't think it is 1815 actually. It might be Russian center by the looks of it. Russian center, or it's going to be like the Spanish campaign. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks pretty damn nasty. I do like this look. I mean, the French with their shakos and like the blue like this. Oh, it's the prime French empire for me. This is when it's in its prime. They look amazing, but yeah, they're now having to deal with a lot of Prussians invading this invading Dresden right now. Dresden is falling slowly. France better have the numbers to deal with it. I mean, they've got plenty of cav and infantry back here. It looks like they're actually kind of giving up Dresden a bit, and they're going to retreat to this second building here. It's like the Italian campaign for sure. This army over here is very much in danger of being cut off. I mean, there's Prussian cav in behind here. And, I mean, if they keep this Prussian cav alive, I mean, they're chasing down a general, in fact. Look at this. Even, this is, I think it's general. Or maybe not. No, it's just it might be actually, it might be. I'm not sure. It looked a bit like a general unit. It might have just been a cavalry one. But yeah, there you go. They did kill the general. They've also just charged into the back of a load of infantry. They've actually got two generals in a matter of seconds. Yeah, the one was here, as I thought. And the other one, where's that one? Oh, there's one right here as well. Oh, wow. Britain is chasing down another general as well. So, yeah, this French army here is in disarray trying to get back. I mean, they're going to lose these two units for sure to cavalry. Well, certainly maybe one. I don't know. This cavalry here nearly broke to an infantry charge. If Britain can be quick, they can maybe catch quite a lot more of these. You never know. These Italians here that are quickly running back. They're like, please, spare us. We didn't want to sign up. We were told to sign up, or it's either that or death. I mean, they're cut off anyway. I don't know where they're expecting to go. The Prussia's blocking this way. I mean, Prussia could get sandwiched. Whether France will just charge through. They'll just be like, right, fix bayonets, charge through, and get to our comrades. I don't know. I don't know what his plan is, really. Prussia is getting beaten back, though. After quickly getting in here, he is getting slowly surrounded. I mean, yeah, they're getting shot from front and side. You can see here. Yeah, this is not good. They're going to need to come in force and an organised force, that's for sure. They should just wait and look at that. Prussia's just going to give way and let the French through. What a polite man. He should have just stayed there, blocked them. The British were on their way. They could have trapped this entire army. If I was British, if I was the British, I would have been fuming at this. I mean, they got their Portuguese infantry. Can they line up? Can they get these guys? I mean, the British are still harassing the French here with their cavalry, trying to do what they can.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
I mean, they've routed this unit here. I mean, could they maybe get the Queen's Own dragoons in here? Maybe just catch these other Frenchies before they get in? Yes, they can. There you go. In they go. The cavalry charges galore. Oh my gosh, the camera. Fighting my own battle with the camera, it would seem. But yeah, these dragoons are just going to murder what remains down here. I mean, surely these French, they're not in square. They're just getting pinned against a building. Look how many French that are pinned against this building. There's so many different units in here. Just send in the infantry. Send in the infantry is brilliant. Just charge these guys. You'll break them. I mean, also, the French are firing into this, and they're also probably causing their own morale damage from that. Like shooting your own troops. I hate to break it to you if you didn't already know. It's not good for morale. See, they're trying to pull away, and they're actually losing quite a lot of men from that. I mean, actually, it wasn't too detrimental. They might catch this unit. But yeah, the French kind of got out of that one pretty well. With light casualties, like light amount of troops breaking. Not necessarily casualties. We've got Gerard von Scharnhorst here. He's coming up to inspect the fronts, see how his troops are doing. Pretty sure you become a battleship later on, Scharnhorst. In World War II. That gets sunk. Oh, look at this. France actually has some sneaky troops outside. They got, looks like Cavalry Battalier or something. They're battling with some musketeers here. Of Russia. I mean, both sides that they could break. I mean, Russia literally has cavalry here. Yeah, these dragoons need to get up here and save this because this artillery is very close. They've got a 12-pounder. They need to be careful. They're just charging in the back of their own infantry. They may just break this, but they probably will break the cav as well. Yep, they broke their own infantry and they broke the cav as expected. Was it worth it? Possibly. I don't know. Russia's also now engaging with the French over here. Looks like they're engaging some grenadiers or something down here. Russian musketeers being routed. They're being just pounded by artillery. They have routed the French, but lost 2 of their own units. At the moment, after the initial massive loss for the French have been inflicting pretty good casualties. I mean, for every unit they've lost, the Allies are taking at least 1 or 2 casualties, in units. I mean, the French look like they've got plenty of reserves. Does Britain, this UK Netherlands army, I think you should maybe push to come over this way. Come around here. I don't know if it can cross over here. If it can at all. Surely it can. But they should maybe just come over here and then challenge. It's this way, coming through Dresden the other way. There's only some guns here at the moment defending it. I imagine there might be some infantry over here. These guys just got pot shots. Taking pot shots at just any old thing across there. Might be generals. Generals or other artillery. That's hilarious. It's just right, let's just shoot that other artillery. I also just realised that the most of the Allied, the UK Netherlands army is still busy trying to deal with this. Got fuck guards here. The tow rows, they're going in. Don't know what they're trying to take out, but they're I think it might be those chasseurs earlier that we saw. Yeah, I think it is. I mean, they should break them. These are the fuck guards after all.
We have taken a building,
as
sir.
expected. They took that pretty straightforward. Now they need to get over here and just come and help deal with this. I mean, good idea. Getting their artillery up. What is this? A 6-pounder? Just shell straight in through the ranks of these Frenchies. I mean, if they hit this unit here, the cannonball's going through. It's hitting the next unit. It could even hit this general here. So you need to be careful. Prussia, I don't know what they're doing. Oh, they're just dueling with the French here. I feel like this isn't a fight that the Prussians can win. I would have thought that the French have better accuracy. But who knows? Russia and Prussia over here, I feel like they're kind of struggling. Britain has the better accuracy, I think, over the French. So they can kind of deal with a line battle. Yeah, look at this. Britain's just able to cross here. It's a risk. Big risk. Might work, though. They trying to turn their artillery and fire at them? I can't even tell. No, definitely not. But yeah, France over here needs to get ready. You maybe want to try and maybe bayonet charge them while they're just coming up, and then get some cavalry in here. I mean, if they had cavalry ready, they could have just charged all of its infantry as it's crossing in column. I don't think you can form square while in the water, I wouldn't have thought. Yep, you got the West Middlesex foot forming up. Then arms. Perfect fire.
Yes, sir.
There you go, another brutal line battle begins. Who would you fight for if you were in the Napoleonic cause? Would you fight with the British? Or like the coalition forces, or would you fight for the French? I mean, the French look pretty mighty fine in their uniforms, but I mean, at the same time, you're fighting for a bit of a tyrant known as Napoleon. Then again, the Allies are fighting for their own tyrants. They're just kings or emperors. Looks like I hear a charge going on. Oh, Prussia going in here with some looks like some light infantry. These look pretty cool. Routed the French. I mean, they're going into a second like regiment now. Don't know if they'll beat this one. They might need another infantry unit in here. And it looks like, I mean, this French artillery must be like quivering in its boots right now. The British are in behind, and they're probably just like, all it takes is one little infantry charge or one just little infantry unit over here, and we're screwed. We're in trouble. Britain is forming up over here now. Looks like they're really in there. They're getting really close. Like, this point, I don't know if Britain's really paying attention, but he's about to get volleyed hard by the French. Oh no, he's getting point blank range. Wow. This is brutal. I mean, the Portuguese I know are bad shots, but they're not this bad shots. Oh, they're just fighting one routing Frenchie. Oh, that's brutal. The French done it at the wrong time there. If they just charged now, I think they would have broken those French. But yeah, they're forming square. Why? Oh, there's French cav coming up. Oh, very, very nasty. Yeah, Prussia is still battling on in here. They're just going to fight to the death, it seems. There you go. They scared off the Prussians. Russia's kind of just holding back. He's got a fairly healthy army. I don't know if Russia can do the same as like Britain and you can cross over here, but you might want to think about doing it just to open up another front. Britain certainly could do with the help. I mean, I don't know what this infantry unit here is doing, but it's just kind of getting gunned down right now. Yeah, that's not painful to watch at all. Fellow Redcoats getting gunned down. There we go. It's not a... Yeah, these British infantry are getting absolutely just vaporized. The morale is not great. I don't know why. Maybe it's getting fired on by multiple like angles. I mean, over here, I don't know if the French are getting cover from this wall, but it's a pretty good position for the French. They do. They've got this like nice little wall to protect them. They've got that bit of a high ground. Which, if I've learned anything from Star Wars, you always want the high ground. I mean, that's a really nice angle. Yeah, I'm still getting shot at a bit. I'm still seeing a few French drop here and there. The French cav really want to get in here. I imagine most of these British units can form square though. Yeah, Britain's still getting forced back. It's a really risky move. You can see now that the other army, the Netherlands army, is now coming across to support the Portuguese army. It is probably the better idea because going through here, like the French are like kind of boxing the British in, so it is a bit of a risk. But yeah, here we go. Britons are battling with the French in here. They are, yeah. I just don't think Britain's as great in melee as the French. There you go, they rout both those British units, and they're going in over here as well. Looks like French cav, oh no, British cav, sorry, has gone in, and French cav actually dueling around here, just taking out what they can. It looks like Britain is losing a lot of infantry here, though. This is a real problem. France is doing a really good job at pushing back this invasion of Dresden. And it's actually a British general here that's going to be taking out. The Portuguese general is Beresford himself.
Our men are running, sir.
Don't know what else he's got really left. He's got a bit of infantry and a bit of cav. So, I mean, losing Beresford may be a little bit of a problem. But they have also got these foot guards in here. They are helping to rout the French on this side. They are helping to push back the French on the other side of the river. What else we got here? The Indians going foot. They're going in. There's a lot of melee fighting going on right now.
Our men are running, sir.
And there you go. Looks like they've pushed back the French here, though it is also costing them a lot of troops. I mean, Prussia or Russia might want to think about sending troops around. Russia also looks like he is starting to push into the I was about to say a village. It's not. Dresden is very much a city. We have the Lombardy Legion here. I think this unit is. It's like a grenadier unit. They're taking on some musketeers here of Russia. Don't know how great they are though. The Lombardy Legion. They are Italians. They fought hard, but at the same time they're not Frenchies. They're not fully swayed to the French cause. Well, maybe some of them are. Cavalry coming in here. This is not going to do any good for the Russian morale. You can see there is some routing Russians. Actually, quite a few are thinking about routing. There's also probably so many Russians hiding in this building that we just can't see. Yeah, look at them spilling out of the building. They are forming square, and the French cav is routing by the looks of it. And now we've got French infantry coming in. This is the Italian campaign army, I best remember that. Still more of it over here. The artillery is well lined up, ready to go. Seems like Britain has made some sort of a breakthrough. Not really on this side, they look like they've been pushed back, but on the other side they certainly have. Prussian cav coming in, has taken on a tiny square here. Looks like they kind of just knocked that apart. I mean, they look like they're also going to get broken. That's a shame. Look like they might have broken that square. It looks like the British now, if they wanted to, they could put a few volleys into the French. They're going to try. It looks like the British are very much established now in this part of the village, of the city. Why I want to keep calling it a village, I don't know. For first foot guards, they are going to do a pretty good amount of damage, I imagine. We've got some like line infantry here. I don't know what. It might be Brunswickers or something like that. Not proper British infantry, that is for sure. But I'm sure they'll fight hard. They could do with maybe, I mean, they could get this artillery in and maybe put this in the front line. I don't know why they've got it behind their infantry lines. That's not, well, actually, that's okay. What they're doing there, that's fine. Retreat your infantry, get the artillery in. You might want to also just think about maybe sending in some dragoons, test the French, see whether they can form square everywhere. I mean, it looks like Russia also is fairly established in here. He needs to turn this unit to face the French over here, though, because the French could get surrounded here. But here we go. Russia's going to charge forward. And in he goes. Looks like they're holding strong.
Our men are running, sir.
They were, in fact, broken those Russians, and it looks like a lot of the Brits still getting routed over here as well. Looks like a bit of a mess, really. Russia's bringing around some dragoons onto this flank as well. I really feel like the Allies want to push up here hard. And they're also hitting the dragoons, I think, with as much artillery as they can. I don't know what they're dually, like, hitting it with. I mean, if they can get their dragoons across and just go after these guns, that would be also a small little win there.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack.
General's under attack. Oh, he's getting shot by stray bullets, I think. Is the William of Orange. Prussia's also got some troops in here. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to win. These units are pretty banged up. Like I said, if like Prussia or Russia can just get units behind. Oh, no. Russia. So much routing. I mean, Russia and Prussia could have squeezed these units here between each other. They definitely at one point were looking the wrong way. And like Prussia was definitely in with a chance of taking them out. We've got more breaking troops. What's breaking here? Looks like some Nassaus. Yeah, some Nassaus getting broken by some French cabs. It's a shame. The Allied push is certainly getting bogged down now. Getting Queen's Own Dragoon Guards coming in. Dragoons. They're not actually Dragoon Guards. If they can get in and maybe go after some, I don't know, just after anything. Any of the French reserves, that'd be great. Maybe open something up. They're trying to get after the cav. They need to try and general snipe. They need to try and get some more generals to the British. I feel like the remaining generals are alive. They're just what's holding them back? All the Russians have just pushed in a load of cav here. Dragoons going in. I think they went after the artillery that's back here. Whether they'll rout all this infantry, I don't know. This is a lot of infantry to try and break. They may break a few of them. They need to get some infantry in. Now is the time. Russia pushing the infantry while your cavalry is occupying so much of the enemy infantry. I mean, why is Russia not even seeing this? He's just getting flanked slowly by like a French unit here.
Our men are running, sir.
Right into the flank of those Russians. You can see, like, it's brutal. These poor Russians just getting gunned down. It's like, Sergei, please, officer Sergei, turn us around, please. What is going in here? More dragoons going in. Oh dear. More dragoons breaking. Also, the British dragoons broke as well. The French got in with a massive infantry push here as well. And it looks like it's been turned around. I mean, these British troops aren't necessarily all British, so they're not that great in like combat. Anyway, the British. So these ones are even worse. But they have actually routed all of these. It's a big win there. They've routed a lot of French infantry there. Now can they counter? We now have got like cavalry battalion going in. Whether they're trying to rout more of the French, I mean, whether they'll get them, they are not in. Well, they say they're in. They look like they're in square a bit. I don't know if they really are. I don't think they were at all. There's so many French dead lying around here. Brutal is this fight been. Also, and we've got a line infantry unit forming square because it's worried about the French cav as well. That's then going to get gunned down and broken by the French. It's just brutal. Brutal is this fight. And the Russians have been fully pushed out now. It's just, it's just back and forth, back and forth. It reminds me of Stalingrad a little bit. Like it's just street to street fighting, house to house fighting, but with muskets. No one's got an MG42 parked in a corner. At best, you've got a musket and maybe some cavalrymen, maybe an artillery piece. There you go. Looks like they've routed.
The men are fatigued, sir.
No, well, not routed them, but they just scared them off. Scared off the French. The French have finally given in and allowed the Allies into here. I mean, there isn't much in the way left of the Allies, but there's also not much left of the French. Yeah, the Allies have got a couple of units left. They've actually, what the heck? How have the French got infantry back here? Infantry routing Like light infantry routing some guns. I mean, that's a small win. Why isn't this cavalry just routing these guys? These Queen's Own Hussars and Dragoons could definitely just be running these guys down. It'd be so useful right now. But yeah, Britain is in with a little bit of pressure. They're going to get some guns lined up. Some Portuguese infantry as well in here. And here we go. Russia's 12 pounders finally actually getting in some action. I don't know what they're going after. They look like they're just leveling buildings by the looks of it as well. So, I mean, it looks like Russia's like, well, if we can't take the town, we're going to level the town. No one can have the town. Line infantry here, though, is doing some damage and starting to break these French. So the French just got to their breaking point and they're getting shelled as well by this 6-pounder. Oh, jeez. I wouldn't want to be a Frenchie now. They fought hard at the French. They started off with a pretty rough charge, like attacking those British, if you remember all the way back to the beginning of the this replay. But then, like, they fought so hard in this village. I've got to respect the French players, like, not giving up. And, I mean, I don't know. They may hold on still. It just seems like there's a lot of Russians left, and there's a fair amount of Prussians left as well. Most of it is Landwehr, but, like, Landwehr is pretty good. If you can get it into a street and it's not being flanked, it's pretty handy. I mean, there's still a few healthy French units here. Like, this one's pretty healthy. And a few of these are pretty healthy units back here.
We have taken a building,
it's just keeping the generals and stuff alive for the French now. I don't know how many they have left. Just looks like the one. There are still a few isolated French units as well over here on this side of the river. Looks like Britain's got like some King's German Legion funds to deal with them. Yeah, these guys are already kind of wavering when they just form up. So morale is not great. They're getting shot from a long way away. More French coming out of the woodwork though. They seem to just have a few reserves here and there still. But Prussia is trying to do what he can. I mean, look at this. It's just rolling up the gun, trying to get the gun as close as possible. The French now need a countercharge. It's the perfect time to countercharge. Get this gun. Get this artillery. Come on, boys. For the Emperor. Vive l'Empereur. Oh, go on. You got to charge. If they can turn this gun and fire it, I don't think they can. There's no time. Right now, I'd be lighting the fuse. Just light the fuse. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a gun gone. It wasn't a great charge by the French, so... But, I mean, it's not going to help that the British are shooting their own troops. Their own artillery, so there you go. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they just want to bait in this infantry and rout it. I mean, which if they do, fair enough. Morale for the French isn't good after that charge. So it is sorting itself out. It's a brutal fight, it really is. Both sides might break, you never know. It's a real shame that if the British did win and regain this ground, they can't like just get some random infantry to man the gun. That'd be really cool. I know that they maybe not be trained properly and you could give them like some debuffs, but I feel like most infantry probably have a small understanding of how an artillery gun is like sort of used. And there you go, they routed the French. They came out of it with 34 men. A brutal fight. And here we go, the Landwehr is rolling in now, and these are the big boy units. They're not necessarily that great, but they are the big boy units. 205 men. Just about to roll into town. What have they got in this building? Just some basic light infantry by the looks of it. Nothing too scary. France actually is reclaiming this ground here. This is a bold move by France, just going all the way out here. I mean, I guess they're getting pushed from behind by the like the UK Netherlands army, which is a bit of a concern as well. But yeah, Russia is about to just able to run in. I don't know if Russia's actually paying attention. He's about to run into these guys. Oh, jeez. It's a nasty volley there from the French at the last second. Kill these boys. Kill them all. Run in there, Russians. Get your revenge. I think maybe the French were going for the gun. I'm not really sure what they're going for. Maybe they're just running away from the British and they'd rather die to the Russians. I mean, I'd rather die to the British, I think. I feel like the British would be a bit more, I don't know, pleasant about it. I feel like the Russians would be a brutal way to go. wouldn't be a clean death, put it like that. And the French, I mean, it looks like the Russians aren't really engaging, they're just kind of rolling on through. I mean, now we've got SARS coming in here, they're just going to run into the back of these French. I don't know if they can form square, but even if they do, they're going to get charged by Russians as well. And there you go, really good charge there by the Hussars. Routing a French unit. They can now go for the general if they wanted to. He certainly can't form square. They've broken that unit there, and now here we go. Yeah, the general is under threat. I don't know if... Oh. There we go. Sort of can see him going down. He has been killed. And now, I mean, they just route this unit here. They can probably route the unit in the building pretty quickly as well. They just need to storm it in with some half-decent infantry, maybe some Russian musketeers. And that is going to be the fate of the French here today. They are going to be defeated here at Dresden. It was a brutal fight, and I mean the French did very, very well after pretty early setbacks. Like this battle over here was pretty damn like deadly and costly, I think, for the French. They also lost a lot of cavalry early on as well, but they fought hard in this city, and they did a good job. But there you go. That is the battle. This one was sent in by G, who was playing as the UK Netherlands army. He got the most kills for his like coalition, getting 1,273 kills. He was joined by Pan, Goon, TYB, and Mystic Philosopher, who are all playing as their like as his allies. I mean, also both Britons did very, very well. They kind of were the ones most involved. Prussia and Russia kind of sat back a little bit when it got to the attack on Dresden. But yeah, they all did really, really well. We also have Snooby, a Goon Master. We have Imperial Fisting, and we have Jong Yun Lim, who are playing as, I don't know which army this one is Imperial Fisting's playing as. It doesn't say, but yeah, we do have an Italian campaign one. We do have a Rhine campaign one. We have a Flanders as well. I'm not entirely sure what this one is that Imperial Fisting's playing. Snoopy did the best for his faction, like for his coalition. I mean, he was playing as like the most like later period, like France. Maybe they are slightly better. I'm not sure, or maybe just I had a fresh army to defend Dresden because his army was basically all just positioned in Dresden. He got 1,200 kills. And did pretty well. The rest of the French having a bit of a rough time. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. We'll quickly look at some of the unit stats. I mean, we got 197 kills for these King's Hussars. Hussars did very well, actually. Queen's Own Hussars as well, getting over 150 kills. King's German Legion getting 128 kills. But yeah, there are the results. If you did enjoy today's battle, do remember to leave a like, subscribe from around here, and a comment to show your support. And I will see you guys in the next NTW3 battle. Bye for now.